the Harris team has Dennis Bilda, who won both the match point event and the team event in the recent Reykjavik festival that we had watched a few weeks back. They have Zia, who's always a fun player to watch. They have the Rimstedt brothers, Ola and Mikkel, who are a very strong pair from Sweden. And then Jonathan Harris and Steve Root. I think those are two sponsors, but I'm not sure. Either way, this should be quite a fun table. You didn't have your audio on, so you don't know how the message was interpreted. I think it was fine. It just took like 20 seconds for it to... I know I put some sort of delay, but I need to reduce the delay because obviously I put way too much of a delay on it. All right, well, we're underway. South opens at no trump. They had a balanced 16 count. Diamond opening lead from West. Maybe reasonable. I mean, normally I would like to say that leading ace-king third is quite a good opening lead, both against suits and against no trump. I'm not convinced that there's any reason to lead a diamond over spade on this hand, but it certainly is the case that defending against one no trump is much different than defending against three no. Like, if you were defending against 3-0 and West led a low diamond, I would say West is crazy. You don't want to let the opponents just take, like, 5 diamonds and 4 hearts off the top and make their contract when your partner has queen fifth of spades. So, but yeah, against the one no-trump bid, obviously it's a little bit of a different story. It's probably going to be pretty difficult for West to find the best defense. Which would be, of course, to like switch to clubs before anything bad happens and then set up all of East long club suit. It just doesn't seem very natural to switch to a club from ace jack third. So I think it's quite possible that West... Okay, we do have nameplates. So it's Dennis Bilda playing with Zia Mahmood against Tom Hamlin and I forget Volker's first name. It's not Cedric, right? Cedric Lorenzini. Where is Volker? Frederick. I was so close. I had it in the back of my mind. Okay, Frederick Volker from France. A maybe on-again, off-again partner of Thomas Bassis, but a very strong French player. Ducks the Jack of Diamonds, giving Declare a much-needed entry to the north hand, where he can try heart finesse, which seems like a reasonable thing to do. So heart to the jack, ace of hearts, heart will set up a fourth round of hearts for Declare. And he's going to escape with quite a few tricks. Looks like maybe 7 of them, the way things have gone. He'll end up taking 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, and a club. And I guess if West isn't careful, Declare might even get a spade. Six of hearts feels like a pretty weird play to me, but I guess there's no harm in it. You definitely play low now. 7 of hearts feels like a pretty weird play to me, but I guess there's no harm in it. You definitely play low now. 7 of hearts feels like a pretty weird play to me, but I guess there's no harm in it. You definitely play low now. 7 of hearts feels like a pretty weird play to me, but I guess there's no harm in it. You definitely play low now. I mean, it just seems a little weird. Like, we know the King of Hearts is on side, the finesse one. I mean, I'm pretty sure the King of Hearts is on side because of the finesse one. Like, West was not ducking from King third in the heart suit. And if West ducked from King fourth, so be it. You know, they got you, right? So this is why I think, like, we should just cash the Ace of Hearts as south and play another one. Like, it's very possible that if the King of Hearts did fall doubleton on side, we've now blocked the heart suit and we have no entry to the south hand. I think Zia is Zia-ing this hand a little bit too much. He did well to get to this point and get to a position where one knows making. But he should just cash out, take his plus. So hearts have split. Declare can cash the King of Diamonds and the Seven of Hearts and then be content. West blocked the club suit. I mean, okay. It turns out it's not going to matter. As long as West pitches the two spades on the Seven of Hearts. Like, God, West has made this hand a little bit complicated, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe there really just isn't. Alright, Zia's just claimed he took his two tricks and went home. Push board, one no trump made in the other room for 90 as well. On to board 32. I'm actually not familiar with the dealer and vulnerabilities of boards. Is this the true board 32? So is board 33 going to be like board 1 again? I don't know. Anyway, it does look as if we might be playing in a normal order. So we're going to play boards 1 through 32 twice and then 1 through 24 once. I don't know. 1 through 26 once. Anyway. West opens a diamond. There are definitely players who would open that at 15 to 17 no trump, and I think that's pretty reasonable as well. But one diamond is kind of more down the middle. East bids a heart. South comes in with a takeout double. He does have 4 spades. And that fetches a 2-spade bid from partner as West rebids 2 diamonds, denying 3-card heart support. Kind of important to note. So now East is aware that they have a 9-card diamond fit and not a 9-card heart fit. Which means at imps, you would definitely look to just bid 3 diamonds here as East. But at this border match form of scoring, East might think, hey, playing in the 6-2 heart fit or 6-1 heart fit might not be so bad. Let's try and score more by playing in a major suit than a minor suit. Earn some border match points. So I could definitely see East bid 3 hearts. If he wanted, he decides to try 3 diamonds. Reasonable as well. And I think this is going to end the auction. I mean, East-West do make 3 now. They just have 9 top tricks, 6 diamonds, 2 clubs, and the ace of spades. Ooh. So West does come back in with 3 now. This is one of these things, wow. And South rips it for a heart lead. This is another spot where I think there's a large difference between playing just imps. Where, like, okay, So South doubles 3-0. 3-0 is going to make. It takes 9 tricks. They score 750. You lose 4 imps. You move on to the next hand. But at this border match form of scoring, you're also losing the full 2 points of border match on this board. Whereas if you just pass out 3-0, hopefully your teammates get there, and you end up scoring, well, you know, at least a push board in that respect. Maybe you actually do better. Maybe you hold them to 1 fewer trick and you win the border match and also win an imp. Dennis on lead has to decide if he's going to trust his partner's double and lead the King of Hearts, or if he's just going to lead a spade anyway. I think it's probably a spade. I can't imagine he's thinking about leading a club. I am doing not so hot at predicting things. It's just instant karma for me when the players lead differently. I understand the club lead. I mean, Dennis knows they have a larger club fit than spade fit. They have 9 or even 10 clubs between them. But I do think Zia's double asked for hearts. And I kind of think, again, Zia might be just like Zia-ing a little bit too much on this hand. I don't know. I mean, this goes back to one of my comments throughout the entire day, which is I think we should just be treating this as border match with this form of scoring. Who knows? Is Lederer double worth it with this holding? It can be. I mean, listen, I'm not going to try and second guess Zia's imp decision making. He's very good at imps. I mean, I'm not trying to imply that he's like bad at any form of scoring, but like he's definitely an imp player. He finds ways to steal a lot of tricks in like game contracts and ends up earning his side 10 imps quite a lot. But yeah, I think it's just a difference of opinion between, well, myself, who's sitting here casting and not playing, but also the players seem to just be treating this more like an imp match than a border match event. And I really think that's the wrong idea. I don't know. We'll see. Wow, 12 imps. So it didn't even matter. Now, in this scenario, if you think that your teammates might not be in 3-no trump, then the double is much more profitable. Because imp-wise, he only cost himself 2 imps for the double, as opposed to the 4 that it could have been if it was really 600 versus 750. But if a heart lead was necessary to beat it, he would have earned back a nice swing. I mean, not only prevented the game swing, but also beating the contract would have earned his side a positive imp swing. So in this case, the double really cost nothing, or very little. They were already losing the board match, and they were already losing a sizable number of imps. It's possible he caught like some sort of read that, you know, the opponents were on some invitational auction, West opened and showed a pretty minimum hand, East 3 diamonds was a bit under pressure, so they might have been a bit light, and just decided to go after it. What happened in this auction? I noticed that we had a lot of undos. So East opened a heart with kind of the worst heart suit imaginable. Eventually North-South were able to reach 3-0 after North balanced a no trump. So Declarer has 4 hearts, 2 clubs, and a spade for sure. That sounds like 7 tricks. Uh, and I'm sure we're going to find another trick in here somewhere. I mean, the long diamond could set up. Technically, the 8-7 of spades is good enough to force out a second spade trick. I don't think this is making. Yikes. Okay, so what's our plan? Let's say we get 2 spades somehow, magically, right? So that would get us up to 8 tricks. I'm struggling. I really don't have any idea how we can score a 9th trick here. Do we need to get a 9th trick? Maybe that's an interesting question. I mean, assuming East has a normal 1 heart opener, which there's no reason to expect that they don't at this point in the play. Is everyone reaching 3 now on our cards? Probably. In which case, maybe getting out for down 1 could earn us a nice result if we can manage that. I mean, no guarantee we can actually manage getting out for down 1, but here we go. Dennis has won the Jack of Hearts. Started work on spades. East topping up with the ace. I mean, presumably East just returns a heart now. Maybe they can play back a club. It's a little surprising to me, actually, that East didn't play the Queen of Spades on the first round of the suit. That seems like a pretty natural play, holding the Ace-Queen doubleton. Like, imagine if Declare had Jack-10 third in hand. They lead the Jack. If you play the Ace, then what are they going to do on the next round? They're going to play low to the King, and your Queen pops up. Whereas if it goes Jack, Queen, King, then you could easily have Ace, Queen, 9. And so leading back towards the 10 in hand will, blow the suit. I mean, not that you could do anything about it, but that's kind of a concern that Declare could have. So I don't know. It feels a little unnatural to play the Ace of Spades, but I guess no harm in this particular scenario. It does help Declare manage their entries a little better, though. Because now I'll go 10 of Spades, Queen, King, and Declare can immediately play the 8 and 7 of Spades off dummy. I mean, it looks natural to me as East to just continue attacking the heart suit. That is clearly Declare's source of communication between the 2 hands, and that could be a very valuable thing to disrupt. So I like just continuing hearts here. I mean, playing back a club does make sense. It's obviously safe. You can sort of work to try and set up some club tricks your way if your partner has club honors. But yeah, Hanlon does kind of correctly judge to continue hearts, which I think makes sense. And Declare is going to have some issues here. Like, I don't think the king of clubs necessarily gets stranded. It's hard to imagine the opponent's clubs all going away. But yeah, he does have to effectively strand the king of clubs, at least for now. So he does set up his long spade. And, I mean, he's up to 7 tricks, but eventually I think he scores the club king. Let's see, how bad can this go if West just returns a club here? You win the club ace, you cash the spade 7, East throws a club. Yeah, I guess if East throws 2 clubs here, actually Declare can get in trouble. They pitch a club on this trick, and then on the 7 of spades, they pitch another club. Declare has no way back to his hand, and whenever Declare leads diamonds off dummy, he's going to end up losing 3 diamond tricks. Is that true? Nah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. Because West doesn't have, like, some sort of intermediate diamond card to stick in. Declare can just play a low diamond to the 8. And playing East into eventually leading a diamond away from the ace. So I see East's dilemma. I mean, surely he's already worked all of this out at the table. Which I guess means he should pitch a club and a diamond on the spades, and therefore play his partner for the club king? I don't know. Kind of an unusual spot. But yeah, I mean, regardless, it looks like Declare is going to be going down 1. Whoa! Heart discard. I'm not sure if that's costly, but it easily could be. All right, so club goes around to the ace. Declare cashes the 7 of spades, pitching a club, I guess. I mean, we definitely want to cash this 7 of spades before East gets any more information about the hand. Like, cashing the ace of hearts first allows West to discard and give a signal. So there's the 7 of spades. We gotta pitch a club. Okay, he throws a heart, which is understandable. Now he's kind of locked himself into cashing a couple of hearts. I mean, this could make. And this is kind of the reason why imps, why players just like bid a lot of games at imps. Defense is hard. So if East is convinced that he needs to hold on to that queen doubleton of clubs, he might pitch too many diamonds. Other table bid 2 no trump and made it. So it's actually very important for East West to get the defense right here. Ace of hearts. Declare can pitch yet another club, and I mean, at this point, East will know it's perfectly safe to let go. His club as well. Like, there's no way North would have balanced a no trump with a 6-card club suit. North has followed once to the ace of clubs and pitched 3 of them now. So if North started with an original holding of King Jack 6th. I mean, I suppose equally effective here, the 9 of diamonds, because as we kind of already talked about, Declare is going to get one trick eventually, no matter how the opponents defend. But yeah, East does get in with the diamond ace, and will be able to knock out the king of clubs, setting up his last club. So down 1, and, you know, not too many imps being swung on this hand. It's only going to be a 5-imp pickup for Ireland, but once again, Ireland is winning a full 2 points in the board match on this board. So the VP scale, especially for these 10-board matches on 30 victory points, 5 imps is not all that much. I'm just going to take a quick peek at the difference between 5 VPs. It's like, or 5 imps. It's like 2 or 3 victory points for, you know, bidding aggressively to the game and then going down. But the 2 full, I guess we could call them victory points for the board match that they're scoring is kind of devastating to lose that on back-to-back hands. All right, board 34. As the auction gets underway here, I do see that we have updated standings after round 3. So I will try and put those up while we take a look at the board in front of us. Pass, 2 spades by West. A lot of players might open 1 spade, but I think it's very reasonable with a passed hand partner at these colors to open 2 spades. Yeah, Schmebel, I preempted your question with my answer. I mean, I think 3 spades opening in 3rd seat makes a lot of sense as well. Your objective is kind of to disrupt the opponents when they could have a very good hand in 4th seat. So North-South do get to 4 clubs. And how is this going to do? They have a diamond to lose, a spade, and a trump. And I think that's it. I mean, Declare is going to try to make 5 if the king of clubs is onside. But it's going to be a little bit challenging because he doesn't want to go down, so he definitely wants to ruff a spade and a heart before trying to pull trumps. Kind of shocking to me that West didn't overtake the jack of spades. I mean, I think that's just absolute lunacy. West could have at least put a little bit of pressure on Declare if they had won the queen of spades at trick 1 and switched to a trump. Now Declare is a little bit slow in terms of roughing all of his major suit losers, but he can still manage. He will need to hop up with the ace of clubs, though. Otherwise, he puts himself in real danger of going down. Anyway, four clubs looks like it is coming through. Let me take this time to update the leaderboard. In first place, we now have Ireland, sitting at a whopping 115 out of a possible 150 after 3 rounds. In second place, we have Deboden at 101. And in third place, we have the Crockfords at 99. Again, we see our leaders from last year slipping. They've actually slipped all the way back to last place Edmonds. And they are, in fact, about half a match out of 9th, which is surprising after only 3 rounds of play. So Builda figures it's safe to lead diamonds rather than try and start roughing his major suits. Just to get a little bit more information about the deal. I mean, he just figures that if East had a singleton diamond or if West had a singleton diamond, maybe they would have switched to it at trick 2. So spade ruff. East pitches a heart. Now, ooh, okay, well, you know, someone else got greedy in the other room on this board. North-South got to 5 clubs. East opened 2 hearts. Week 2, one of these destructive 2 heart openers that we talked about. Queen Jack 5th and not much of a hand. West raised to 3 hearts. North came in 4 clubs, and South felt obligated to give a little bit of a bump with Queen 10 third of clubs. I mean, despite the King of Hearts not being a great card. So that ended up down 1. So 6 umps going back to Harris, but maybe more importantly, those 2 big victory points from the Border match also going to Harris on that board for not getting too high. I mean, preamps work, right? This is exactly what you're hoping for when you open 2 hearts on East's hand, right? Like, you're hoping that your partner doesn't have a 17 count, because otherwise, like, where are we supposed to play? Are we supposed to play in 2 hearts, or are we supposed to play in 3 now? When your partner has like a 17 count with a doubleton heart. That's the scary hand type, right? When you open these wide-ranging weak 2s or these like very light weak 2s. And sometimes it causes the opponent's to have to guess. North bid 4 clubs, vulnerable against Nod. I mean, should be a pretty good hand. I don't really blame South for the 5 club bid. It's like you have to make a choice. Do you pass 4 clubs and hope that exactly 130 is the right amount? Or do you try game? All right, pass. North opens at no trump. East bids 2 clubs, showing the majors. West bids 2 hearts. All pass. I was shocked by the low diamond opening lead. But we get a low heart lead, which if Builda could see the dummy, he would take back in an instant and lead the 10 of hearts for kind of a nice little surrounding play. So heart to the king, diamond to the king. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, Dennis just needs to switch to the king of clubs. Like, he knows what's going on, and that he knows his partner wanted him to play 3 rounds of diamonds. He just can't, because he knows then Declare is just going to pitch a club loser on the 3rd diamond. So, whoa! Excuse me? Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe Declare actually can't do anything about this. But I was like, now it's very easy for North to go ace of diamonds diamond. He's got his club trick in. I guess if Declare won the club ace and went spade to the ace spade ruff, it's not like he's in great shape either. But it would avoid this problem, because he could go spade ace spade ruff, heart hook, pull trumps, king of spades spade, and all the spades are set up. Yeah, I think this cost a trick, ducking that club ace. I mean, Bilda needs to work it out, but the diamond switch, I think, came with a very clear message. Oh no, we missed the play. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't believe that claim. Because even if Dennis had elected to continue trumps and Declare won the jack, ace of spades, spade ruff, he has no way to get back to dummy to pull the last trumps. And so the trump promotion still exists by playing a 3rd round of diamonds. I think he was supposed to be... I think he's supposed to be down 1. I don't know, but we didn't get to see the play, so that's unfortunate. We'll never know. I guess I trust the score is entered, but there might be an adjustment. All right, board 36, we're halfway through. Club, a heart, a no trump, all pass. We'll see a spade lead from East. West probably wins the queen at trick 1. Like, you definitely want to play the queen of spades. This gives you a lot of information about the deal. Like, and it also kind of confuses Declare a little bit, so that if they were planning, like if Declare had king, jack, 4th of spades, they might now believe your partner has ace, whatever, sitting behind them. Okay, Volker plays the spade ace. I don't like this play. Wow, he goes ace of spades, queen of spades. This is kind of gross. I think you definitely want to play the queen of spades because you might need to switch, right? Like as West, it's very possible we want to switch to hearts, for example, or clubs. Or I guess even diamonds on a bad day. Well, so what does West know? West knows that East has started with 5 spades to the king. Well, probably 5 spades to the king. I mean, Declare could have ducked from king 4th here. I think you switch to clubs. I'm not confident about that assessment, but I mean, a heart switch, given that you have no heart spots into the king 9-8-7, does not look all that promising. And obviously a diamond switch doesn't look great. So I think a club switch makes a lot of sense. You know, if East had had something like King Jack 9 of clubs, you would definitely want to switch to clubs before your partner either got end played or the hearts or diamonds set up to discard all of North's club losers. So that would be my guess. I mean, it's very possible that West might just be a little more hopeful in the defense and switches to hearts anyway, thinking there's some chance that North has a singleton heart. But nope, he does switch to clubs. Club to the queen, king, and ace. Declare now can try a diamond hook. The diamonds are quite well positioned, but unfortunately for Declare, he does not quite have the entries to take advantage of both the king 10 of diamonds being onside and the 3-3 split. So he might play a diamond to the queen here. I think this is probably the right decision. Now you'll be okay if diamonds are 4-2, if the 10 drops, or if the king drops doubleton from West. All right, we've set up a long diamond, and Declare will eventually lose the long spade as well. He doesn't know about the club split yet, but he'll find out shortly. And then there'll be 9 tricks. What happened on board 35 in the other room? 2 hearts in the West down 2. Oh my. So similar auction, a no trump, 2 clubs, showing the majors, 2 hearts by West. North got off to the king of diamonds lead. Interesting. I actually like Bilda's trump lead in this room, even though it was a little bit less successful. King of clubs switch. Declare 1 the ace. Spade to the king. Ace of spades, interesting. Spade rough. I don't know how much I like this line of play. Diamond, North wins the ace, cashes the queen of clubs, continues diamonds, and Declare lands themselves in a world of trouble. Queen of spades comes through, and now the defense is just cross-ruffing. Down 2. Wow. So huge result for Ireland over there. All right, board 37. North gets to open a club, got his 12 count. East will pass. I mean, South has a big hand. Partner's opened. How high are they going to get? So 19, but balanced and no real fit for your partner's club suit. 2 diamonds by South, checking back, presumably for a 4-4 spade fit. A lot of players will rebid a no trump on 4-card spade suit. And 2 diamonds was just an artificial game force. So 2-0 by South was forcing with no trumps, and North decides to bid 3-0. I mean, kind of reasonably. He has no honors in partner suit. He's, I mean, definitely minimum in terms of distribution. I don't think North is necessarily minimum in terms of values. Like, he has no jacks, and he has an ace and 2 kings. Well, that is a stark contrast to the previous auction. I was going to say it's probably pretty reasonable for Zia to sign off in 3 now, depending on opening bid style, but he takes a different approach. I think 6 no trump is quite a lot of bidding. When you don't know much about your partner's hand. Like 3-card heart support is actually like kind of bad for you as South. You would much prefer your partner has a 5-card club suit to 3 hearts. Like if partner has 2 hearts, they could easily have the queen doubleton. Similarly, like if they have 3 hearts, they could have queen third, and both of those holdings are going to produce 4 tricks in the suit. Well, they're in 6 now. The opening spade lead is probably good news for Declare. That's going to help him pick up the spade suit. But there's still quite a lot of work to be done. I think West should probably just play back a spade. I know it's like, it's not ideal, but switching to clubs can be very scary. That 9 of clubs looks like a big card. You could definitely pick off partner's jack, which is what would happen here. Obviously, you don't want to lead a heart into the ace, king, jack. And a diamond lead's reasonable. A diamond switch is reasonable. I mean, you don't blow any tricks. You're just kind of helping Declare a guess. I do not believe Declare played the queen of spades. There is 0 chance Declare played the queen of spades. That is absolutely not true. Well, now what? I mean, assuming Declare won the 9 of spades, what would we do next? We have 3 spades, 3 clubs, 2 hearts, and 2 diamonds is 10. We need 2 more tricks. And those tricks could quite easily come from the heart suit. I guess maybe it makes sense to cash 3 rounds of clubs first. Because if the jack of clubs falls, then maybe the play would be to fall back on ace, king of hearts. If the queen doesn't drop, then we take the diamond finesse. So that seems like a pretty reasonable plan to me. Cash 4 clubs. I guess the difficulty, or cash 3 clubs, the difficulty is what do we pitch on the 3rd round of clubs? And that's tough. So yeah, maybe this is why Dennis decided to simply take a heart finesse, which I think is quite reasonable. If he can score 4 heart tricks, that gains him the 2 extra tricks he needs without having to worry about clubs or diamonds. So, down 1. Bit of an unfortunate result. I mean, it's possible it'll be pushed. Obviously, South does have a good 19 count, and partner open the bidding. But if they could have found their way into 4 no trump or maybe 5 no trump, that would be a huge victory. Because as mentioned before, it's not just about the imps score. You're kind of getting double duty from the imps when you end up going down in one of these slam or game contracts, because the border match also doesn't go your way. All right. Board 39, we got... Wait, board 39? Wait a second, where'd board 38 go? Hello? Do we have the 38th board? Why did we skip one? Uh-oh. This is something we'll have to look into. So 3 passes around to east, who opens a spade. West bids 3 diamonds, and as a passed hand, this is a fit showing jump. So East bids 4 spades, going on to game. That's kind of surprising to me, that East mid game. Like, it's true that they don't have any jacks, so like their hand's a little better than a minimum opener, but they don't have a fit for partner's diamond suit. They don't have any extra values, and like their partner's a passed hand. They're just flat. They have a flat 12 opposite a passed hand partner with, you know, like a single suited spade fit and a misfit in the diamond suit. I don't really see why we should be bidding a game. How is four spades gonna do? Good question. I mean, it looks like there are four losers. There's two hearts, a diamond, and a trump. And that's at the very least. Like, if South leads the jack of diamonds and it goes jack, queen, king. Whoa! Zia! Bro, come on! He's like trying to let them make it. What? Oh my god. What just happened? Well, we obviously missed the play on something. We're on board 40. Board 38 has not happened. We are having some VuGraph debacles. Maybe it's just English-speaking countries have difficulties with VuGraph operators. I hate that that's the case, but it seems to be the way of things. Apparently 2 boards to go in this match. We will see the age-old question, though, of do you open a diamond or a spade with the West hand? I open a diamond. If I had diamonds and hearts, I would open a diamond. I think that's a little more controversial. With diamonds, with a minor and spades, you should definitely open your minor suit, because you're never going to get shut out of bidding spades. But we'll see what Volker does. I mean, I guess we'll see if Zia decides to open 2 hearts. Maybe that's the first question, because he's still sitting there thinking. Or, I mean, maybe they're discussing the previous board. I have no idea. It's possible. Dude, that jack of spades lead was not good. That is really bad. So Ireland, who's currently sitting east-west here and has had we have a little bit of info from the VuGraph operator. They played the boards out of order, so they say something went wrong. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh god, are we just passing it out? Okay, we get to 4 spades. Hold on, we'll see this in a second. Okay, we get the jack of diamonds lead. This is much more sensible to me. Like, I can't be too sure when something crazy happens at the table, especially with Zia sitting there. Because, like, Zia could just lead the jack of spades from this hand. I think it's a pretty bad lead, but he does a lot of very strange things, and most of them work out for him. All right, VuGraph operator said they missed the auction, which is totally fine. It happens. I would like this. I mean, it would be nice if we could get the scorecard corrected so that board 38 was 4 spades making 650, just so that we have the right comparisons. But it's possible we might see a claim very soon without much play, and it should be for down 1, which I think is the most likely result, although down 2's in the picture. right? I think I was briefly talking about this possibility of Jack of Diamonds opening lead, Queen, King, heart, 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 ruff. So now that's 4 tricks in, and the Jack of Spades is still to come for a 5th defensive trick. Or I guess North just gives their partner a diamond ruff, basically. But nope, we see Jack of Diamonds, Declare wins the ace. Leads a spade. Was there bidding? We might need to speculate on the bidding, because the spade play seems a little weird to me. It feels pretty natural to unblock the club ace and lead a heart to the king. Since, like, our plan is basically going to be to pitch a heart on the king of clubs, ruff a club, try and ruff a heart, and doing that, you know, we can't really afford to start pulling trumps. Okay, now we get the ace of clubs. Looks like there's definitely some technical difficulties, but I think we're back. Oh, never mind. We're still playing trumps. I don't understand doing this as opposed to playing hearts. I don't understand roughing a club before cashing the king. Either way, I mean, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like Declare is just going to end up going down a trick as we predicted from the start. Now they have to lead hearts out of hand, but fortunately for them, South has the ace and queen. So minus 100. We will see the score update on board 39 then. Other table's a little bit behind, so maybe we actually get to see board 38 played in the other room. Board 37, big swing going to Ireland once again. I mean, not only did they stay out of the slam, which is not a particularly good contract, but they also managed to make 12 tricks. So that's 13 big imps going their way. This is not the right claim. It's down 1. Which is fine. I think we knew that going in. All right, let's see board 40 in this room, hopefully. I am curious about Volker's decision for an opening bid. Hey, there we go. We got the updated score. Thank you, operator. I would like to see the very last board played, though, before we head over to the other room. Here we are. So, West opens a diamond. North, probably a takeout double? No. He has a 9 count and says pass. Where's Schmiebel saying you should bid 2 clubs with the North hand? Which I don't think is so crazy. It's just a matter of style. But Bilda decides not to get involved, despite the diamond shortness. So East is showing I guess, like some sort of hand with some diamond support. I expect West to sit this. You know, the 2 spade bid, while it should just be 6-5, could of course have a much stronger hand. Like West could have the ace king 5th of spades, for example, or ace queen 5th. West could have ace queen 6th of diamonds instead of ace jack 6th. So yeah, West does correctly judge to pass this. I mean, at imps, it's like 5 diamonds might be a reasonable spot, but factor in the board of match scoring, and I think you definitely want to be a little bit more conservative. Spades are breaking. If Declare decides to hook South for the queen of diamonds, he can make 11 tricks here. I think it's much more likely we'll see 130 as the final result. So North needs to find an opening lead. I mean, generally the fourth suit makes some sense. I guess it's possible North leads a trump. Now he just goes with a club. So club to the ace. Declare can go ace of spades, spade, or duck of spade, whichever he prefers. But the excitement on a lot of these boards, like for imps, this would be a very boring hand, especially if they reach a diamond part score, right? We would sit here and be like, Declare could make 150 or 130, it doesn't matter. But for that extra 2 points worth of board match scoring, it probably does. If he gets some sort of read that South is long in diamonds, well, 150 could easily net him, I mean, not just +1 imp, but also plus a full victory point over the other table. Maybe a good reason for Dennis not to find an overcall. Obviously, Dennis in second seat has no idea if it's the opponent's hand or his, so, maybe not the most consideration for his decision whether to bid or not. There it is. We see 130. Let's head over to the other table to figure out what's going on. We do have a board 38 diagram, at least. So we can take a quick look. Looks like there are just 11 tricks and spades, so that should be a push board, or flat at both tables. And we're on to board 39, where some of the action happened in the other room, 4 spades in the east. I mean, we might see 3 pushes down the stretch, which at least for Harris would right the ship a little bit, although this is still going to be a bit of a disaster of a match. I mean, both from the imp perspective, but also from the board match perspective. So South passes. West will open a diamond. East will bid a spade. I see. Okay, I was going to say, like, if South came in this room, that would kind of explain Declare's weird line of play at the other table. But I don't think South should ever be bidding with their hand in this auction, so we'll see how Declare elects to play 4 spades. I mean, assuming they get there. They do. West's opening bid in this room made things a little bit easier for East-West to blast into game. All right, Jack of Diamonds opening lead. And, I mean, obviously the first test is, does Declare stick up the Ace of Diamonds at trick 1? Probably. Generally, you don't lead the long suit in dummy unless you're very short, like a singleton. So, putting in the Queen of Diamonds and hoping to maybe later set up the diamond suit with that Ace of Clubs as an entry is a bit of a fantasy. So I do like what they did in the other room at trick 1, at least. Win the Ace of Diamonds, unblock the club ace. It still seems right at that point, though, to lead hearts. but maybe Declare had a different idea. Here we go. Ace of diamonds wins trick 1. Gotta see the ace of clubs at trick 2. Not only to... This can't be the play. You needed to unblock the the ace of clubs so that if this heart won, you could then go king of clubs, club rough, and then play a whatever. This is definitely not the right line of play either. Okay, that's strange and surprising to me that South just exited a club rather than going Queen of Hearts heart. I guess it kind of doesn't matter. Like, South knows that Declare now is either going to have to lead diamonds, which is productive for his side, or lead trumps, which is also probably productive for his side. Anyway. I mean, it looks as if Declare is kind of en route to the same down one. Oh, God. Now I, need water. I'm definitely going to get water after this set. I should always have water, stay hydrated for these longer events. Low diamond. Sure. Yep, South pitches art. I mean, presumably, yeah, North gets their heart rough now. And this is actually kind of bad for Declare. Because now a diamond through, or basically anything through, South is going to score another spade trick. So this is going to be down 2, and that is actually another huge win for Ireland. I mean, only 3 umps, right? But another full board in the board match. So I'm curious. I'm going to, well, we can pull up the scores at the break, actually, and take a look, at least through the first 3 rounds. I want to know kind of what percentage of the points that the teams are earning is coming from the board match. Like, for the teams that are winning these sets. Well, I guess I can tell everyone. It's actually the imps that are dealing the more vicious blows. Like, there's a 30-0 I see on the score table. There's a 29-1. There's a couple of 26-4. There's a 27-3 in imp scoring, 25-5. And there have been no blitzes in the board match. Interesting. Klaus, you changed your username. Thank you, though. I didn't realize that Klaus was the name. So this has been very enlightening to me. But yes, you added an underscore, I think. All right, last board of the set. So West definitely going to open a diamond, kind of similar to the other room. You just don't open a spade with this shape. I think way, way, way back in the old days, players might open a spade with this hand type, but no longer. Other than Steve Robinson, who is just a complete fool, but his ideas have tainted the minds of many a bridge player. Oh God, they did it. It kills me. Why are we opening a spade? And also, more importantly, is this going to work out really well for us? Because if East-West get to 2 spades or something, or a spade part score, North might lead a diamond. And so with the spades splitting, I mean, North is going to get a diamond rough, but Declare might make 140. Or West is just going to sell out to 3 hearts. I mean, that's also a possibility. Okay, fair enough. That was unexpected. East leads a low club? What is happening? This is just a clown fiesta. Not only do East-West just sell out to 3 hearts, but now East underleads the ace. The underleads a suit that their partner has not bid. I'm sorry, but the cherry on top is the Fugraph operator's comment here. East-West are playing 3rd and 5th leads. I'm dying. That's just an incredible find. So not only does East fail to lead either partner's suits, one of which they have shortness in and could easily get a heart or a spade rough in this heart contract, but they then lead the incorrect spot card just to make things more confusing. Oh my God. I think Declare might always have made this. It looks like there may have only been 4 losers, a spade, a diamond, a club, and a club rough. I don't know. It's always complicated when trumps are 4-1. But I think Declare probably could have gotten away with the 140, regardless of the low club opening lead. But yeah, now is going to have a pretty easy time. I suppose there's like some risk here. Wow. Just continues a club and is going to get like very rewarded when West shows out. I thought they might have needed to pull a second trump. So yeah, this is kind of going to work out nicely for Declare, because if East wins, then the club suit just runs. And if East eventually ducks a couple of clubs, Declare is going to be able to like play clubs through East and then kind of rough some diamonds in their own hand. Must have X-ray vision, check his PC. I mean, presumably we just continue clubs now. I don't know. I feel like Declare is in great shape, though. Like, they could probably lead a diamond at this point. Cut communications a little bit. Plan to score some diamond roughs. Nope. Decides to pull a second trump. I mean, just wants to make sure that West is actually out of clubs. Or out of trumps before playing a second club. I mean, this does allow East to win the club ace and make Declare's life a little bit challenging, I think. If they play back a trump. All right, well, the Jack of Spades switch is not going to cause any harm. So this will just be 170, I think, for North-South. I mean, just like a massive match point result. But obviously their teammates did quite well to find the diamond part score and also stop in 3 diamonds. So again, somehow Ireland is just cleaning up the border match as well as imps. They obviously have quite a few large imp swings on these boards. And very few of them were due to like bidding games or being more aggressive about bidding games. They just used better judgment on 37, stay out of the game. They defended quite nicely on board 35 to beat 2 hearts, not 1, but 2 tricks. Board 32, they did well to stay low. Or sorry, their teammates in the other room did very well to bid 3-0, which just had 9 top tricks. And then obviously on this one, they found the right way to compete. So 177 imps, Ireland wins by 41, and they were already leading the event, so they're just picking up steam.